in order to get the benefits, what are the adaptability of this system, of the yoga system, how to adopt it, we will be discussing that so that we can take the benefits, we can derive the benefits of this system. And then we'll be coming to the second part, that is the physical and aspects of yoga, where we'll be discussing more about the body, mind, and how to make it better. And including, we have developed a yoga and a nature system, a therapy, that how it can be used to get a well-being of body and mental of the persons. Well, we're discussing those systems which we have developed. So starting with the yoga, I'm starting with the presentation. How is
This meeting is being recorded by the host.
how to present this? How did next? Okay. I'm audible and this video is visible on the screen.
Yes, sir.
It is visible?
Yes, sir. It is visible and we can hear you also, sir. No issues.
Okay, fine. So this is now, earlier we had a social reform organization as an NGO. Now we have got an NPO. So our main objectives are following under this WE4 foundation, that promote body and mind wellness through yoga, pranayam, meditation, nature food, fasting, and nature principles. So it will be very interesting to have a look at all these, aspects and to see how it looks like and how we can improve our life. Then we also conduct life transformation workshops on science, spirituality, emotional intelligence, with all these parameters, the key elements, and world peace awareness through holistic solutions, good governance, and awareness camps. So these are some of the activities. Then now starting with the yoga as a journey, it is very beautiful to call it that yoga is the journey of the self, through the self, and to the self, because everything is within us. The Supreme God, the consciousness is within us. We have not to go anywhere else. It is within us and we have to realize it. How? That is what we will be exploring, that how it can be realized, this which is in within us. So now, we gave two examples. This is from our Patanjali Yoga Sutras, which is the yoga philosophy, and it is internationally recognized yoga philosophy, which is more nowadays is mind management. So it says yoga karmsu kaushalam. That means yoga is a system that excels our professional skills. And that a professional skill can be in any field. For example, to a student, his goal may be to clear the engineering test or medical test in the beginning. For a job seeker, it can be like getting selection for the IAS and ICS. For a businessman, it will be to achieve a good business. So there can be different goals for the different persons, and yoga has the capability to deliver with excellence that wishes which are within us. We explore that and we can achieve that. That is what is yoga karmsu kaushalam. And how? So and when? So this is next. Patanjali in the yoga philosophy, in the very second shloka out of 198 shlokas, the second shloka says Yogash Chitta Vritti Nirodha, which means that almost everybody knows that our mind thoughts are very, very unlimited. At a time, they are going on. So what is Yogash Chitta Vritti Nirodha means that we have to focus when we have to get rid of these and the thoughts process, this modification of thoughts. So the system that enables us to coordinate with the mind senses, to coordinate with the mind, the thoughts, and achieve stillness of the mind. That means the focusing of mind. That is the yoga system, what it can deliver us. So that is what the yoga can give us. So what is yoga now? Yoga, now coming back, yoga means to unite, basically. To unite with what? To unite with the inner consciousness, with this God that is within us. It is the system of uniting with the people, not only with the God, which is within us. Once we realize that, then we can connect with the people around us, living in the society, living in the family, with the state, with the nation, with the world. So that is what the yoga is, starting from the self. It systematically, you develop harmony with the family, with the society, and with the nation. So yoga is basically a science of body, mind, and soul. So it is irrespective of religion. In this. That's the beauty of the thing. Because it's a science. It's on science of what? Body, mind, and soul. Every religion talks about the soul. Yes, it is there. So it is a simple science of these three things. Specific religion. It is especially a person. Everybody, so therefore must do it, practice it for better health of body and mind. So let us now see what next. Yeah, as I told earlier, the areas of excellence can be academic for the students, for the aspirants, professionals, for their skills, delivery of good governance by the working officers in the administration, in the government jobs. It can be in the ministerial, so that they perform best, they give to the society, they deliver good governance to the people. And social leaders, spiritual gurus, they can raise their spiritual level. So it is all about the mind management. That is what is yoga. And how, so what is the actionable agenda, that what we have to do to achieve this, that is the mind management. That is, again, the Patanjali Rishi say, Ashtang, this modern age, the remedy given, the action given us is Ashtang Yoga, also called Yog Sadhana in brief. So what is this Yog Sadhana? Now this is the Yog Sadhana. It talks about the 8 elements. And the beauty of the yoga is that it starts from ethics of living in harmony in the society. That is where the yoga starts. That is where the Yog Sadhana starts. So first thing is yam, second thing is the niyam. Yam means how we should behave in the society, how so that we can live together. Niyam is for the self behavior, self character. Quick look at the other 8 elements: asanas, physical exercises, and cleaning exercises. These are at physical level. Pranayam, we will be coming one by one, that why they come into the Yog Sadhana. What role these asana should play in this thing, we will be coming one by one. But at the physical level, we have these, and then at the mind level, we have pratyahar, that is control of our sense organs, and concentration of mind, that is advanced stage of pratyahar, meditation, advanced stage of concentration, and enlightenment, nirvana, that is the last stage of meditation. These things sadhana as a whole is about the mind management, as I told you in the beginning. Now, to achieve the mind management, so yoga says that first you adopt the ethics to live in harmony and for your self-behavior. So let us first see that, okay. Now, after the ethics, see, basically, the mind is achieved, mind management is achieved when we do the last thing, that is the mind, what is called meditation. Now, to reach the meditation stage, we have these things: adaptability to the ethics, then asana. Why asanas is required? Because if you sit in meditation, you should not feel, you should be able to sit for a longer time, at least 5 minutes, 10 minutes, without moving. Stillness, because if your body moves during sitting, then the mind gets disturbed. So in order to focus the mind during meditation, we should be physically fit. That is why the asanas and the Shuddhi Kriyas, or cleaning techniques, are required so that our body is well healthy. And we'll be coming more detail. But if you just think of that, if we do yoga asanas, our body will be flexible. When we sit without any pain, it is only possible when our body is flexible. So asanas and then pranayam, breathing exercises, so that our mind is pure, our mind is focused, and our mind, the lung system is healthy. This is also the role of pranayam. So all this works so that we can be free from any sickness if we have to succeed in meditation, if we have to succeed in our life goals through mind management. Then pratyahara is again sense control. That means our desires, our ability to get into emotions of anger, of jealousy, of greed, they should not come to us. They should not come near to us. For that is the next stage. That stage will achieve when the ethics of yam and niyam will be adopted. It will automatically come the pratyahara stage. And then concentration, that is dharana, dhyan, again the meditation, so that in the dhyan we focus on a particular object, so that we can, when we sit in the meditation, we can focus on that object, and our mind gets narrow, and achieves the stillness of the main object. So this is, and the final stage is when you can sit for a longer time. That is you can call it real success, you can call it samadhi, but in modern time, half an hour, if you can sit without any thought, just connected to the God, that is achievement. And the ethics again, the ethical practices to stay in harmony in family, society, and the nation. And niyam are the self-behavior. Now these are the departments of yam and niyam. By one, that how by adopting them, a society can be peaceful, a society can be harmonious. These 5 elements of yam and the niyam itself give a clear thing. The number 1, for the society, you need non-violence. So if we have to restrain from violence, we should adopt the truth, because if there is love, there is truth. If there is no love, if there is a hate, then their truth cannot come. So in the society, we need, number 1, non-violence. Non-violence means not only through physical violence, but to think of against anybody. That is, वाणी से भी किसी को नहीं होना चाहिए. मेरी वाणी से, from my speech, no one should hurt him. Violence. So that is how we can live peacefully in a society. Because if we start criticizing and starting violence, the society cannot be at peace. So truth is there when the people love each other. As you know, the God resides in every human being. So that means every human being, the real father of everybody is the Supreme God. So we are all brothers and sisters. So why to hate? So the truth will prevail if we think in this term, non-stealing. If there is a stealing, if this is not mine and still I try to grab it, if there is stealing in the, in the society, in the colony, you cannot remain at peace. There cannot be harmony in the society. So these are another thing, non-stealing, celibacy. It means that as far as woman is concerned, you treat your seniors as mother, your equal age as sister, and the younger one as your daughter. That's the best way of this ethics on celibacy. And then there is a next thing is non-hoarding. That means you buy what you need today and not hold it, because holding increases the inflation, and what it causes? It causes non-peace. There will be unrest in the society. So the society cannot remain in harmony. So these are the 5 yum thing, the part, and then now coming to the niyam, that is the self-restraint, self-behavior. Number 1 is the cleanliness of body as well as the mind. For the body cleanliness, we will be coming that for the system, we can clean our body physically, we'll coming to that. And for the mind, we have to clean it from our mind management, and contentment is the next thing. That means whatever we have gone, we should remain satisfied. If we are not satisfied, it will generate greed, it will generate so many negative parameters, so many emotions will come. So we should be contentment, but this contentment does not mean that you should not think of raising your career higher. You must, but within the limits of what you can achieve. And we should accept that as per our limitation, but we should not get unrest. So contentment, this is for the self-behavior. Then austerity, that means that duty, if the constable, if there is a military person, if there is a government officer, he must perform his duty honestly. And it also means that the people should be able to have tolerance of anything, whether climatic things. You should not get intolerant. Why? Because that's a mind management, that we should be able to have our, the tolerance level of everything high. That is what is tapa. And if we are honest, it will develop our own. That is the yoga power. That it develops duality feature. That means hot and cold, it can bear. The sadness and the happiness in the life, it can always remain in a calm atmosphere, no excess. So Swadhyaya is next thing. That means the reading of the sculptures or reading of the good books. You read Vivekananda, you read so many good, you get inspiring things. And with the knowledge, you will be able to solve your life problems in a better way if you develop habit to read. So that is what it, and it is open out. We should study about everybody so as to widen our look instead of having a narrow look. And surrender, submission to God, that is Ishwar Pranidham. This is also essential, because if you are not, if you get bad thing, then don't get your mood off. You surrender to God, that, and you work hard for the next time. But maybe it is to your past life or action or whatever. We should not feel sad. We should prepare for the next after this failure. So we should accept whatever the God gives us, and we should assume positivity, that there must be some advantage in this. So these are the yam and niyam, so that we can live in the society. And next is now, as we said, all this yoga system is about mind management. So first thing, yam, second niyam, asanas, that is a physical workout, so that flexibility of joints, motor organs, lubrication of joint, stronger physical body, muscles, and all this helps to stay unmoved and longer period of stay in meditation. So we'll be coming more detail about the asanas in the next part 2. Now pranayam, the breathing control, everybody must have heard nowadays pranayam. Even the doctors, if you go to treat your disease in the hospital, doctors also say do pranayam. Everybody knows the benefit that it helps in purification of mind, it sharpens the wisdom, intellect, it gives a healthy body, healthy mind, and main thing is the calmness that comes to this. When you do pranayam regularly, you will feel yourself. And next is pratyahar, that is the withdrawal, control of mind from desires, feelings, emotions, greed, jealousy. So we have to keep away all these things. These are our enemies. So we have to get rid of them. And the interesting thing is, the Patanjali says that if you do yam and niyam, and you do asana, you do pranayam, this stage of pratyahara is achieved very fast, because all these things you have already mastered earlier in yam and niyam, most of these things. And main cause of unrest in the society, egoism. So egoism, once sets in the body, it brings all the other enemies very quickly. The greed, the jealousy, all these things start running. Then the next stage to reach meditation is concentration, to think of some object. And basically the mind is full of thousands of thoughts. So what we do in this dharana is concentration enables us to filter out unwanted thoughts. Energy gets focused, because when you have thousands of thoughts, so your energy gets diverted into the things and you cannot focus on anything. But when you focus it, the energy gets concentrated and you can focus. So once a sadhak starts following yam and niyam, pratyahara is achieved and he can sit to practice for the concentration. So ultimately we have to sit for the meditation, at least to start with 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then increase it to 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. That is what is connecting with the God through meditation. So concentration is first thing, after the yam, niyam, asana, pranayam, pratyahara, and the next thing is the dhyana. Now here, this is how to concentrate more. To that you need an object. So here, we propose you think of an object, that means your God, whichever the form you like the God, you think of that, or you can think of some object like a flower or a beautiful scene. Focus on that during meditation and you will see the success that comes through that. So this is basically selecting a object. And next is the final stage where you get the meditation, and in meditation, the scientific base. Now, there are a lot of research papers on meditation, and they are doing with a lot of scientific instruments and seeing that what are the chemical changes in the body, in the brain. So all these things are now documented. So everybody knows the benefits of meditation. So what they say is about that it increases the metabolism, it controls the blood pressure, it regulates the respiration, it controls the heart rate and our emotions. And the happy hormones, like serotonin, beta morphine, all these chemicals which are produced in our brain, they are produced in plenty in happy hormones, and it gives you remove it from your stress level to a positive level. So what Yog Sadhana, as a nutshell, the first part is focused, it is over now. So what it says is that it resolves the inner conflicts, number one. No, man, I should do this or that. No, it gets focused. Your mind is focused, so it resolves the inner conflicts, heals your body and the mind, invokes positive energy, leads to inner peace and harmony, brings love to relationship, evokes affection, friendship, and a sense of connectedness with the other outer people, initiates a journey into awakening and God realization. That means connecting with your inner God. So practitioners get gift of good health, stressful life, harmony in relation, peace happiness, and strength to handle the odds in the life. So that is what is all about the Yog Sadhana. But we do it, we realize the advantages. I am doing since last 30 years. So I have felt it and I gained it. That is how I am sharing. And many people are sharing it. Now, the second part is the physical aspects of the yoga. Before I go to this, if somebody wants to have some question, it is open. Or should I continue?
Sir, actually it is showing, yes, sir, you can continue. If the meeting ends means we will join again, sir. Please carry on, sir. I request all the
Okay.
participants, as you know that Zoom generally used to give 40 minutes. So it is now 5 minutes we are having. So if the meeting ends means please rejoin again. That is my humble request to all the participants. Sir, speaker, sir, please continue, sir.
Okay. Now, part with Hatha Yoga, as you know, the modern lifestyle, these are creating a lot of problems. And in on a shorter age, now even at the age of 35, 40 years, we can find people with back pain, spondylitis, migraine, so heart attacks, cancer, obesity, all these problems are increasing due to our environmental pressure and so many things. Now, yoga is a Ramban for various diseases. All the digestive, respiratory, excretory, circulatory system, all these can be better managed through yoga system. And that is what now we developed a system that is unified yoga and nature system therapy, which means that we use the yoga as a curative therapy, pranayam, yoga cleaning techniques, nature diet, because if our diet is wrong, we will coming to this if we get time. Otherwise, we can carry on this in a next some lesson, because nature diet is very important. Fasting, why fasting, meditation, and body science, chemistry as one unified system of therapy to attack the disease and eradicate it completely. So we will be now covering, first is the God has given us 5 treasures. One is the physical body, which we can control through yoga, we can control through nature diet, through fasting, through cleansing techniques. Pranayam, the pranic energy, which runs even our entire universe. You see, this earth rotates around the sun for millions of years without any stopping. So it is the pranic energy which is running the universe, and it is the same energy which is when electrons and protons rotate around the neutrons. Some energy is there which keeps on electrons without stopping, they keep on rotating. So that is the same pranic energy that we talk about that God has gifted to us. And Manumaya Kosha is the next thing, which is basically the mind meditation, which through meditation, we control our mind thoughts. So these are the treasures which God has given us. The first was the physical body, there is Annamaya Kosha, Pranmaya Kosha, that is the pranic, then Manumaya Kosha, that is mind, and then Vijnanmaya Kosha, basically it is about the knowledge. The more knowledge we have, the more discriminatory power we get, and more useful it is in our life. And then is the final Anandamaya Kosha, which means that you are physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, and spiritually sound. That is the final achievement of this Anandamaya Kosha, which is also within us, and we have to realize it. Now, the physical yoga, first thing coming with the Shat Karma, is basically the cleaning techniques. So there are a lot of cleaning techniques, and first is our nasal system, this cleaning of the nasal, then is our stomach, and then throat, and we have our intestine cleaning, and then this portion, the Kapal Bhati, that is cleaning of the whatever in the joints, the toxins are there, cleaning that. So these are the Shuddhi Kriya which will be taking. Maybe some of you must have heard of Jal Niti. which means cleaning the nasal system to be warm water, saline water with the salt, and we just suck in like this and throw the water. So this is a very simple thing. It takes just 2 minutes to clean the nasal system, and a lot of mucus and all this clean comes out. So this is a nasal improvements, and when you find the benefits of this thing is that it is good for cold, nasal congestion, tonsillitis, sore throat, sinus, asthma, and improves the nervous weakness, stammering speech, improves the memory, and lets one have sound sleep, because it's all about the skull portion where our this nasal system is there with this in the center of this third eye also called, and then is a kunjal that is for the cleaning of the stomach. So our stomach is